This is how we get down. What's good, everybody? Welcome into a Wednesday, Rant Wednesday, Hump Day version of Coach and Company. This is how you start your day. You want to laugh a little bit? You want to learn? Damn right. You want to be educated, entertained? You're damn right. This is where you come. We are live on the Stadium Network and everywhere the stadium lives. Amazon Prime, DirecTV, YouTube TV. It goes on and on. Now, today, a super, super busy day at the brand. But first, we're coming off a winning day when it comes to our best bets. Look at that. A nice little 6-3 soupy lifting up the brand, going 2-0 yesterday. And the Warriors dead to me, only scoring 94 last night. The Sixers, they did their part. Now, let's set the stage today because we have a bunch of content coming out of BTT Studios. In addition to the morning show here on Stadium, we've got Off the Ropes on SiriusXM, channel 156, 2 to 4 Eastern today. All the pro wrestling you can want because then special day and time, the Coach and Bro Show. Man, the numbers are just off the charts. 6 p.m. Eastern live tonight, and then it will air tomorrow. If you want to watch it live on YouTube, you can. And then tomorrow at 11 a.m., it'll be on Stadium. But I'll be doing my PGA Tour live stuff, so we have to do that show tonight, and I know you guys will find us. All right, news of the day. Trade deadline is tomorrow, and the Clippers wasting no time. A lot of people are scratching their heads, but James Harden no longer is a Clipper, and he is now a Cav, and the Cavs sending back Darius Garland and some draft picks, something like that. But basically, it's a 1-for-1, and now the Cavs have themselves a scoring point guard. Clippers, they have themselves a point guard who's not bad. Also, Kawhi Leonard. And sometimes it takes having a guy drop off. But he has been added to the All-Star team, the All-Star game. He's averaging a career high. He's playing in a lot of games. He deserves it, and the NBA made it right, adding him yesterday. All right, we got a lot to get to today. We got NBA. A lot of good games tonight. A lot of good games. We focus on Madison Square Garden, the Knicks welcoming Nikola Jokic tonight, among other games as well. Also, our prop extravaganza continues, as we will do that in about 30 minutes. And then you guys know why you come here on Wednesdays, to hear my guys rant. And what are we ranting on today? We're about to find out. But housekeeping, it's over. And now I need to know just who. Yeah, they're always a little bit impatient. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. Let's beat the books. By the way, if you're watching on YouTube, hit that like button on the way in. But look at this motley crew. What are we doing? Let's start with the man who is growing a following that is literally getting out of control. He moves lines. He answers DMs. He is the one and only Big Tommy C. My guy, good morning.
What's up, Coach? What's up, fellas? And Coach, I want to tell you something right now. I haven't been speaking to you since last week, but the video you sent me on Saturday of your daughter singing was incredible. And I want to put it over right now where everybody's watching. This girl was incredible. But you know what the funny part about the whole thing was?
What's that?
Me and Michelle were one of the first ones to hold that kid. And now she's a young, beautiful, talented woman. And she's going to college, and boy, I'm sure you had a lot of tears in your eyes while you were shooting that, dude.
Ooh.
Incredible performance, unbelievable, and an incredible voice. You got to be proud. You got a kid that has swagger and charisma like The Rock, and you got a daughter that can sing like Mariah Carey. How much better can it get, Coach? I got a son who's running around playing drums and everything else, but your daughter was incredible, and I wanted to say it on this show instead of me texting you. Congratulations, brother. You should be proud.
Thank you. I wanted to post that on social media, but she said no. She said she didn't want me to do that. So, but thank you. Hey, you're going to make me cry on the show. But not only, you guys need to understand, Tommy and Michelle were the first adults to hold my daughter. The first adults to hold my daughter. So it goes all the way back. And she'll be 18 in June. Wow. She's amazing. She's going to be majoring in musical theater as well in college. So, Tommy, why are you doing that to me? All right, let's move on. I got to move on. All right, he's our numbers guy for a reason. He has been so busy. but it's almost coming to an end. Say good morning to Rafael Esparza. Good morning, Rafael.
Good morning, Coach. Good morning, family. I got about 24 hours left, and then I am completely done with Super Bowl prop bets. I don't want to see another one, so I can't wait till tomorrow around noon.
God, you're so lazy. It's only been like 3,800 so far. What are we doing? Now, this man, he normally has a 5-hour show at night, but now it's literally 8.5 hours for Super Bowl week. It's crazy. Bet MGM tonight. My guy, Brandon, good morning.
Good morning, Coach. Good morning, company. Coach, I demand from now on, whenever Tommy C is on Wednesdays, he goes last because there's no way any of us can follow that. It's just not fair.
Right, I'm over here like balling 2 minutes in. It's supposed to be a fun show. I hear you, Brandon. All right, finally, this man is really starting to step up, and he's really doing a great job. If you haven't seen his article, we have a brand new Substack that is live right now for BTT, but also incredible work in the MMA space. Just posted a great article on the PFL. Say good morning to Mikey P.
Good morning, Coach. Good morning, guys. Thank you for that. And Tommy, please let my family and friends hear how you praise somebody, because damn, the check would be in the mail if one person could be that nice about me. But I guess I bring it upon myself.
That is fact. That is absolute fact. All right, gentlemen, we've got a lot to get to. Now, I said yesterday, I'm in a giving mood this week. I said if we have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all winning days, then on Friday, that we'll give away 4 pieces of merch. So we got 1 day down, but now we got to do day number 2. So I ask a very simple. Look who wants all the smoke. Mikey P, best bets, go.
We're going to start in the NBA. We're going to go to a guy who probably has a new teammate, but he won't be on the court tonight. That's Donovan Mitchell of the Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm taking him over 29.5 points against the Los Angeles Clippers. Then we're going to college basketball. BYU minus 6.5 against Oklahoma State. I love this BYU team. Any chance I can get them. They are 3-0 in their last 3 games, ATS against the Oklahoma State Cowboys.
Absolutely love it. So that'd be 2 check marks. Brandon, let's go right upstairs. What do you got today?
Well, Coach, I'm going to go to the ice because I'm done with the hardwood, considering my Bulls are going to be running 17 guards on their roster for the next couple of months. I'm going to go to the ice. Blackhawks money line at the Blue Jackets tonight, plus 125. The Blackhawks always play well in Columbus. And then give me Teuvo Teravainen in the same game to have 1+ points, goal or assist at plus 130. He's got 23 points in 35 games against Columbus, including 5 points in his last 5 games against the Blue Jackets.
And if you guys out there like hockey, there are 10 games on the slate today. And it starts at 7 in the last. There's 3 games at 10 o'clock tonight and 1 game at 9:30. So you can have all the hockey betting you could possibly ask for. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4 check marks so far. But I need to go to number 5. And I can always count on my guy, Big Tommy C, to come through with one absolute banger. Tommy, you're up.
This is an easy one, Coach. I'm taking my Celtics. They're underdogs tonight, plus 5.5, minus 105. Big Tommy C note. The Celtics have covered the spread in each of their last 6 games as road underdogs. I know they're playing the Rockets and Durant, and they buried the Mavericks last night, but the Celtics are playing well. Picked up a center from Chicago. I kind of like that. They're going to play well. That's what I like tonight. Celtics plus 5.5.
Raise your hand if anybody else wants to hear Soupy try to pronounce the center that Big Tommy was just talking about that was traded from the Bulls to the Celtics. Anybody? Everybody should have their hand up. Everybody. Mike, how do you think Soupy would say it if he was to try?
Ricola.
That sounds like that damn medicine commercial.
That's it. No,
he's a Nicola.
It'll be Ricola.
I'm more about the last name. The last name could be, he could go 1,000 different directions. Vucevic. Are you happy about that trade, Brandon? Are you happy about that trade?
Look, anytime you can get that albatross of a contract off the books, yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and do it. I just hope they're clearing away for Giannis. Probably not. I've been hearing through the grapevine, because I will be on ESPN this week, so I was talking to my ESPN peeps, that he probably won't go anywhere. Not because they don't want to ship him out, but they want, like, the world
to come back to them, and the world doesn't want to go to Milwaukee. By the way, one of these days I have 2 incredible Milwaukee stories, but they're not meant for morning time. Tommy, you know, Tommy.
So I'm shaking my head.
All right, I'm going to go next, and then, Raphael, I'm going to let you go last. So I'm doing the Waste Management Phoenix Open this week. It's the first of 12 big events on the PGA Tour, over 400 hours of betting, streaming content. I can't wait. I'm the voice. I'm the lead voice, but a lot of great people on the team. So today I've got 3 tournament picks, and Siwoo Kim has been on fire. Great start to the season. He's played great everywhere. He also likes this course. Cameron Young, he's kind of going through a lull again. This seems to happen to him. Little juicy, but sometimes the juice most definitely is worth the squeeze. Then Nick Taylor. He has won this event before. He's even money against Harry Hall. You go, well, who the hell is Harry Hall? Well, that's the problem. He's played really good golf, but he's not super popular. But the books think he should be the favorite, so I'm going to take Nick Taylor at even money. And then finally, Sahith Theegala. He went through a huge lull in 2025, but he has got it back. He's playing well. He played last week well in San Diego, so I think he beats Jake Knapp this week. I like that number at -118. 3 tournament plays. We'll have round picks on Thursday, Friday, and maybe a little social media play on Saturday and Sunday. All right, Raphael, my guy, bring us home.
Both plays are from college basketball, and the first one is Big East. What a matchup today. Seton Hall and Villanova. Give me the over at 134. This total opened up at 129, and I still think there's great value. I would bet this one all the way up to 136. Nova's last 4 games, all 4 of them have gone over the total. And then give me some late West Coast basketball. Give me the San Diego Toros team total over 63.5. Yes, I know they're traveling to St. Mary's to play the Gales, but the Gales defense is totally different now. They give up points. I think St. Mary's last 7 games, 5 of their opponents have given up over 65 points. I like San Diego to get killed tonight, but also score some points. I like the team total over.
They suck, but I think they'll score at least 64 points. By the way, last night, sweat-free. Didn't you have the team total 112.5, Raphael?
Yes.
Last night with the Thunder? Yeah, they scored 128. 128, and I believe you said, I don't like the total, I don't like the over, and incredibly smart because the over came in at 210, and you scored 128. Orlando only scored 92 last night. Great handicapping by you. We do have a suggestion in the chat that any European props, whether it's soccer, whether it's basketball, whatever it is, Soupy should have to say those names on the show and deliver. Anybody raise your hand? Everybody like that idea? Yeah. All right, Nate G, shout out to you in the chat. That would be hilarious. Hilarious. Helen says, B Combs only in your dreams. I think somebody is questioning you.
Talking about Giannis, and it is a pipe dream. It really is, but hey, look, we'll probably end up with Zion because, you know, the Bulls love players with bad knees.
He's going to eat a lot of Chicago pizza, man. A lot of Chicago pizza. By the way, the most overrated pizza on planet Earth, by the way. Am I right?
Yes.
Chicago guys?
What?
Yes.
It's terrible. It's deep dish. It's like super, like the crust is like that thick. It's terrible. Brandon, it's not even an argument. It's not even an argument.
First of all, you're out of your mind. Second of all, you've never had Chicago pub style pizza, which is not thick, which is thin crust, and it is the absolute best pizza on the planet.
Reach.
That New York garbage out of here.
You need to stop. 3 Chicago guys on the show right now. 3. And you're talking nonsense? You're talking nonsense? I began my career in Chi-Town. It was me and the great one, the Brahma Bull, the Rock, 1-on-1, January 8, 2000. And you're telling me about pizza? Coming up next.
What a fit.
It's Rant Wednesday. It's a little tease. Just a little tease. Where are my guys going today? This is why you come here. We love to laugh. We love to learn. Damn it, life's too short. This is Coach and Company, as always, live right here on Stadium. Come on back. All right, boys, there seems to be some issues in the Tommy, I'm going to start with you. Robert Kraft doesn't get into the Hall of Fame. Bill Belichick doesn't get into the Hall of Fame. So now Tom Brady says, maybe I should be worried about being a first ballot Hall of Famer. Should he?
Boy, I hope not, Coach. As much as I'm not a big Tom Brady fan, the guy's a stud. Look how many rings he's won. I mean, unless they want to make it a trifecta of New England guys not getting in, it'll happen. But man, I just can't see Brady not getting in, man. It's just incredible. He's done everything. He's won. He's a positive guy. He was good. Look where he came from. There's no way he can't be first ballot, Coach. No way.
Oh, they said that about Bill. Mikey,
Yep,
your
I
take.
know.
Your take.
He is a first ballot unanimous Hall of Famer. Tom Brady is the only man in this world to make Mark Wahlberg the second most handsome guy in a movie. Tom Brady is an undeniable first ballot Hall of Famer.
Brandon, you are shaking your head.
Look, the Hall of Fame is voted on by a bunch of nerds, Coach. I haven't said it in a while, but it's a bunch of nerds. And we don't have these guys first ballot in Hall of Fame. If anybody doesn't vote for Tom Brady, I'm blowing up the Hall of Fame. Just saying.
Well, Dave Portnoy has an idea that he just bought a building. Raphael, your take.
He is not going to be first ballot because they're going to announce it on either Final Four or the World Series so the NFL can dominate the headlines like they always want to do.
Well, the bottom line is this. Whoever said nerds, I think that was Brandon. You're absolutely right. And I used to almost get in fights when I was in New York, and I would go into the locker rooms, and you'd have all these little 5, 6 reporters that wanted to have one-on-ones with Eli, and I'd be like, and that was just Mikey P. I mean, the rest of them were absolutely bananas. Sorry, Mike. I mean, you're like at least 5, 6.5, at least. All right, gentlemen, are you guys ready?
Always.
No, I mean, are you ready? Tommy, you're going to lead us off. We're back live in just 5 seconds. Okay, welcome back, everybody. It is Coach and Company here on Stadium. If you're watching on YouTube and you're in the chat, it's popping. We absolutely love you, too. And if you're watching on social media, we don't care how you consume us. We just care that you consume us. Now, we are heading into the time of year where college basketball takes center stage. From now until the 1st of April, it's all about the kids. It's all about the kids. And the man who loved college basketball more than anybody, he was the right hand, the right arm, the right brain of Dick Vitale. And I'm talking about the great Howie Schwab. So every single Wednesday, as long as I am still breathing, we will honor this man in the only appropriate way that we know how. Because in his life, in his world, every day, oh yes, every day could be an F day.
Good morning, guys. Welcome to the first F day. Welcome to the first F day. Pardon me.
My guy. R.I.P. to Howie Schwab. All right. There's only one place where, because as many of you know, we have a ton of wrestling content here at the brand. I have 2 different shows, SiriusXM, Coach and Bro, exploding, by the way. And so we have a lot of messages, but sometimes you need to hear a different voice. And when you've got a man on your squad, on your team, that spent over 30 years inside of the WWE, damn it, we got to give him the floor. So, Tommy C., I start with you and one very simple question. Who are you ranting on today?
Are you ready, guys? It's a plea to Mr. Triple H. You know, I had a lot of passion for this company. Worked there 32 years, worked with Coach over 25 years. I think we have more passion than Triple H. But after that hot garbage I saw on Saturday called the Royal Rumble and the participants in the men's Royal Rumble and the things that happened in our show, what are we doing? First of all, we started the show with Braun Breaker coming in the ring. And guess what? We saw the black hooded man again. Didn't we see that guy at Survivor? How creative was that, guys, to knock out Braun Breaker with the black hooded man? And could it be Seth? We all know it wasn't Seth. And then the Royal Rumble goes on. And I don't see no Finn Balor. Where is Montez Ford? Can somebody please tell me where this guy is? Because he's a star in the making. Where was Carmelo Hayes? You know what I saw, guys? A million luchadors. I saw Mr. Iguana crawling out of the entrance with that stupid iguana in his mouth. You think I'm interested in that? I saw La Parca, who was on Nitro when I was on the road. He must be as old as me. That's like watching me coming down the ring with that mask and my fat ass. Are you kidding me? It's just incredible how bad their creative is. And production, you missed the spot with Brock getting thrown out. How does that happen? Back in our day, you would have been fired. And the same gimmicks, same thing over. Brie Bella comes in, the place explodes. Where is Bianca Belair? That place would have went nuts. It's just incredible how bad this product is. And he says it's epic all the time. And it's just too predictable. Final four. Orton wasn't getting it. Gunther is limping. Paul's been in there like 4 times already. We all know Roman deserves it. And I like Roman deserves it. The next night on Raw, oh, what a bad show in Philly. There was crickets there. Crickets! I can't take it anymore. Then they go head-to-head with Phil and Joe, and they're going at it, blah, blah, blah. If you think at WrestleMania, the second night, that old man CM Punk has a shot at beating Roman Reigns, you are delusional. This was epic, guys. It was real epic. It was an epic fail. You have to do better. Unbelievable.
I had to let that breathe for a second because when I take it out and post it on social media, I can't have anybody else responding to that. Oh, Tommy, I hate delusional too. I hate delusional. Oh, my goodness. I love your passion, big dog. By the way, Marty Miller, who me and Tommy know very well, he's the director. They made the decision, Tommy, I don't know if you know this.
I know.
Keep him back to do Zuffa boxing in the Apex in front of 200 people. And then they had the pre-show director directing the show. And it was an epic fail. How do you yeet over Brock Lesnar getting eliminated?
It's on the sheets, Coach. We all know.
We all know. Kimberly said in the chat, too, ESPN itself, the network it was on, gave it a D. I love the writer, by the way, because he's very, very credible. And you can't, even if it's on your network, you got to be honest. You got to be honest. They gave it a D. Tommy, great start. Who would like to follow that up? Who thinks they have what it takes to follow that? I knew you would, Brandon. My guy. Proper. Who are you ranting, or what are you ranting on today?
Well, they don't call me Big Stones Combs on the show for nothing. All right? I will follow Tommy. Look, Coach, comes a time where things become irrelevant, and that time has come for the Pro Bowl. And I'm not talking about the game itself. I'm not talking about Pro Bowl week. I'm not talking about any of it. I'm talking about the stat. To be able to say you were a Pro Bowler used to be a badge of honor. Now it's a joke. Now it's a time where we have Shedeur Sanders, who completed 56% of his passes this year, threw for 1,400 yards, 7 touchdowns to 10 interceptions, is a Pro Bowler because 9 other guys said no, which means that 9 other guys won't have that accreditation on their stats, even though they were probably more deserving than Shedeur Sanders. It's a joke. You can no longer look at a guy going into the Hall of Fame from the last 10 years and on and say, yeah, he was this many times a Pro Bowler, because it doesn't matter anymore. It does not matter to be a Pro Bowler in the NFL. The game is a joke. I didn't even know it was on yesterday. I was doing a show, and then I found out, oh, the Pro Bowl's on as I'm flipping channels when I get home. It's insane. The Pro Bowl is a joke. The stat is a joke. You can no longer put that as on anybody's Hall of Fame induction ceremony. It's insane.
And I'm not even wearing a watch. This is just out of respect for Shedeur. Thank you. Great job, Brandon. Great job. All right, gentlemen, we got to pick up the pace just a little bit. I had to give plenty of space to Tommy today. So, Raphael, my guy, coming over to you. What are you ranting on today?
The Cleveland Cavaliers, why are you trading for a guy that's going to be ball dominant and play zero defense? So now, if you want to win the East, you probably have to score about 130 points per game because you got rid of one of your best defensive players, DeAndre Hunter, 2 days ago to the Sacramento Kings. What are you doing, Cleveland? There's no defense, and now you have 2 ball-heavy guys on the court with James Harden and Mitchell. I do not like this trade. Just give the Eastern Conference to either the Knicks or maybe even the Celtics, who are making some nice moves.
I wonder how James Harden feels about it, because he's a guy who loves Vegas. He loves the nightlife. He loves L.A. And now you're going to be in that hard-rocking nightlife city of Cleveland. All right, Mikey P, we're nothing if not creative here at the show. A million different topics that we could go to today, and I know that you will. So my question is, what are you ranting on today?
Well, I'm going to make it a positive rant, Coach, because with it being the NBA trade deadline week, this is the only major sports league, in my opinion, that gets it right with the trade deadline. The NFL, you never see superstars traded. In baseball, players are getting traded for players to be named later, or a 17-year-old prospect. Yeah, we'll see you in 9 years. At least in the NBA, whether you agree with it or not, the Cleveland Cavaliers are all in on one last run for a title run with Donovan Mitchell as their lead guy, bringing in James Harden. James Harden, last-ditch effort. The Clippers, they need a new franchise point guard. They got one. The Grizzlies suck. The Grizzlies suck, and they got 3 first-round picks. I know what teams are doing when they make trades in the NBA trade deadline, and these other leagues cannot say the same thing. So I actually love this week in the NBA.
And as Brandon would say, you are a nerd. That's why you like it. That's why you like it. Oh, my God. Trade deadlines, drafts, fantasy. I hate it all. I hate it all. But do you guys know what I do love? I love golf. I was told 17 years ago, you can't have a wrestling guy do Sports Center. And I did it. I was told it will never work. You can't do all the sports, even though you played basketball. I did it. But the one thing that I always told myself is my love of golf, and through my son, has grown. And they said, a black man who did wrestling doing the PGA Tour? And I did it. And we continue to do it. My rant is on everybody out there today. And look at yourselves that put yourself in a box at your job, in your life, with your relationships, whatever it is. Take yourself out of that box. Because I realized this morning when I walked out of my hotel room and I'm in beautiful Jacksonville, Florida, and I walk into a $150 million building that they say, here you go, coach, you're welcome. Grateful is my rant today. Because when they tell you you can't do something and you do, it makes you feel good. But it also makes you motivated to do more, to help others, lift them up, to realize whatever their dreams are. So take yourself out of the box today and realize if a black man who was in the ring with a man named Hornswoggle can make it to the PGA Tour, damn it, so can you. And Tommy, I say that knowing that you were a man that were behind the camera for over 30 years, and now you're a star in front of the camera. Case in point, floor is yours, last 30 seconds.
Boy, Coach, that's a great compliment. I don't know how good I am on camera, but the last 30 seconds is I just want to give you a little Super Bowl prediction. I think Seattle will win the game, but at that 4 and a hook is a lot of points. I don't know if they'll cover. They need to rattle May early. If they don't, it could be a long game. The defense always wins, as Tom Brady when the Giants buried them twice. Thank you, guys. Have a great day. You have a question?
Yeah, I did have a question about how you feel about getting that rock star Matt Nagy as your offensive coordinator.
Oh, I hate it. He never called a play. Did he ever call a play in Kansas City, Coach?
No.
Then what are we doing with that? I would rather see Kingsbury, but I think there could be some, ego between both him and Harbaugh. I think that's one of the reasons why it didn't happen. But I don't know what Nagy's going to do for Dart at all. We'll see. By the way, have you seen Dart's girlfriend?
Yeah, he's winning on and off the field. All right, Tommy, you're the man. See you next week. Coming up next, it's time to talk props. We're having a blast. It's Coach and Company. Only halfway done right here on Stadium. Leave it to my guy Tommy to bring up Jackson Dart's girlfriend on the way out the door. Solid. Speaking of solid, apparently the players in the NFL do not believe that an 18-game schedule, gentlemen, is a solid idea because the NFLPA says, the players are not on board with that. Shocking. Mikey, your take.
I want an 18-game season because I love the NFL. It's another week of Monday Night Grind. It's another week of football coverage, but I can understand it. You have so many logistics you have to jump through of the preseason schedule and all of that. Coach, what we should be complaining about is the college football schedule that was released yesterday.
Why is that?
The quarterfinals are December 25th or 29th, and the championship is January 25th.
What are we doing? Like, legitimately, what are we doing? Why would you change the topic on me like that, knowing I will lose my mind? Look, all right, we'll deal with that later. Brandon, your thoughts? What are we doing? Go, Brandon. Just go on one of those two things. One of those.
Look, if I'm the NFL players, I'm saying, sure, give us more another game in the NFL schedule, but stop sending us overseas to places where it doesn't matter to play NFL games. That's what I would say if I'm an NFL player. In college football, nerds.
They moved it off of New Year's Eve, by the way, because that's a big NFL day next year. So they moved it back clearly 2 days to add another month to it. Raphael, we will forget by January 25th that the season's even going on at that point.
Yeah, but if I'm college football, who cares if the NFL is playing on January? Play your schedule. Go toe-to-toe with the NFL. I'm tired of it. Oh, NFL's playing. We can't do anything. I'm tired of this. What's is Cleveland playing Houston that day or something? Give me a break.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have a team that clearly hasn't been doing this for very, very long. Because he would know better than to say, screw the NFL. Our bread and butter. And he shakes his head. He doubles down. We're back live in 5 seconds. Yeah, the chat's taking care of me today. Our chat queen, Kimberly, says, breathe, coach, breathe. And I really need to. I need to calm down. Welcome back, everybody. We are live on Stadium. I just saw the numbers for the last 2 months. Absolutely incredible, the growth that we have. So thank you to everybody who's watching there right now. We're only halfway home. If you're watching us live, it's 10:32 in the East. It is 7:32 on the West Coast. And we have been doing this for the last 9 days, where we tackle 5 different props, because Raphael and his team over at his day job has released over 3,700 props. But now we're starting to get serious, gentlemen. We're starting to get very, very serious. So today we're going to be doing some head-to-heads. We're going to be doing some scoring props. But before we do that, Raphael, your brand is really starting to catch on. They're really starting to understand. I'm going back in the chat right now. Oh, here we go. Helen says, Cleveland ain't winning ship.
Telling you this.
If you know, you know. It's no longer a chip. It is now a ship. Thanks to Raphael. My guy. A double Big Tommy C. All right, gentlemen, we're going to piggyback. We only have 4 of us today, so we have a little time to breathe. Really feel it, really think about it. So, Mikey, you're going to start. Then we'll go to Brandon, Raphael, and then your boy. So, prop number 1. First player to score a touchdown first. Will it be JSN at -170 or Ramondre Stevenson coming back the other way at +150? Mikey, start us off.
I'm going to stay with the theme I've had leading up to the Super Bowl. I believe the Patriots will get the ball first. I believe the Patriots will score first. And I know from watching games from this team this year that Mike Vrabel loves Ramondre Stevenson, especially when he has to have it. So I'm going Ramondre Stevenson here to be the first touchdown scorer between the two.
Yeah, if I'm going between these two, I'm definitely going with Ramondre Stevenson over JSN. I think the Patriots score first. I think the Patriots score often. I think it's going to be a fun game back and forth.
Did anyone watch JSN play his last game? He is going to be targeted a gazillion times. He scores first. I'll lay the -170.
Raphael, living on an island all by himself today. Clearly, Ramondre Stevenson is the answer. Why? Because he can do it in 2 different ways. He can catch it, he can run it, And JSN, I believe they're going to run kind of decoys until we get to the fourth quarter, lull them to sleep just a little bit. And then all of a sudden, bam! He breaks open for a touchdown late fourth quarter to win the game by 4, and everybody laying the 4.5 is just gutted. Gutted. Prop number 2. I'm feeling good today, boys. I have a vibe today. Mikey, why are you so serious today?
I'm not.
I feel like you're very serious today.
No,
You're not?
no. Well, I'm serious. I'm here to do a job, but as we're doing these things, the NBA trade deadline has just overtaken my body.
This is a job to you? Like this is work to you?
It's never work if you love what you do.
Well, I got to seriously reevaluate the entire team. I thought this was fun. I thought we all enjoyed each other's company. I don't, Raphael, a job? Work?
It's not a job if you're having fun.
Apparently, Mikey's not having fun. I do see Lady C in the chat. Thank you, Lady C, for your support. Prop number 2. Player to score a touchdown first. Will it be Cooper Kupp, who plays for Seattle, or the man who's getting all the attention for a lot of different reasons, Stephon Diggs? Speaking of a lot, have you called your – never mind. Mikey, who's going to score a touchdown first?
I feel like this is a perfect spot for Cooper Kupp because with all the attention that JSN will receive early and often in this game, the Patriots don't use Stephon Diggs in big crucial moments. The Seahawks do use Cooper Kupp in said moments. So I really love Cooper Kupp here.
I completely agree with you, and here's why: 100-1 ticket for Cooper Kupp to be the NFL MVP, baby. Let's freaking go, Cooper Kupp all day long. I love him in this spot. I will take Cooper Kupp.
I was hoping you weren't going to mention it because I was going to mention that for you, but yes, it's Cooper Kupp at -110. I think there's so many other options May is going to look at when he has the ball. I think it's Cooper Kupp.
Well, it is, but not because of what Brandon said. It's what Mikey said, because this guy is very quietly like the security blanket for Sam Darnold. When you need a little 5-yard out, who do you go to? So if this is going to be Cooper Kupp, then they've got to get the ball inside the 10. You got to have JSN on the other side, and then Cooper Kupp goes one-on-one because he gets a lot of one-on-one coverage with JSN on the field. That is why. And they just don't throw it to Stephon Diggs when you're talking about the end zone. He's more of a middle of the field guy, a first down guy. So, Mikey, well done on your take. Brandon, I feel like you need some more vegetables in your diet and help you. So there's some right there, little V8.
100-1 ticket, Coach, and it's going to hit.
Vegetables.
And I'll no longer have to work with Brad Evans.
Bro, if you need a new host, all you got to do is call your boy. All right. Maybe I'll do a Brad Evans impersonation here. So, Mikey P, third prop. What are we doing? Jersey number of a player to score first. Over 11.5. Under 11.5. Both at -110. So I just got an invite on LinkedIn. Mikey, you're up.
Should I go Brandon impersonation now and go, what are we doing? I don't even know. I can't.
So what are we doing are mine. That's mine. That's mine. That's gimmick and French.
Right, I'm going over the jersey number 11.5 because I believe it'll be Ramondre Stevenson or Hunter Henry for the New England Patriots. And I'm sticking with the theme, Coach. The Patriots score first.
I'm going under 11.5 because Cooper Kupp won to win the MVP, and he is going to score the first touchdown. So give me under 11.5 at -110.
I'm going an over 11.5 because I'm saying it's a pick six. I'm saying defense scores the first touchdown, so I'm going over 11.5.
You got to be different. What number is Cooper Kupp, by the way? Is he 11? Is he 11? 10? Cooper Kupp is 10. And what is JSN again? I can't remember what JSN is.
11.
He's 11. So I'm assuming that's why you made this one 11.5, Raphael. Yes?
Correct.
I hate when you give me that little smirk, that big old fat smile. Damn it. I do not want Cooper Kupp to score this touchdown. All right, I'm going to go under. I'm going to go under too. There's just too many good players under that number for me not to go under 11.5. All right. This one has been a bet that a lot of us have been on all year. We love betting the first quarter, but rarely do we bet the second, third, or fourth quarter. We'll bet the second half, but rarely this. So this one I really, really enjoy. I can't wait to hear the answers on this one. The highest scoring quarter by both teams, over 19.5 points or under 19.5 points. Mikey?
I'm going with the over here, and I believe it's going to be early. I know there's a lot to be said about the delay in the start of the game due to all the pregame ceremonies, but I think both of these teams have a lot to prove on the biggest stage of them all. I don't think anyone believed that these two teams could make it, so I think we're going to see a fast and furious start, and I like the over here.
Yeah, I like the over as well, but I'm the opposite. I think it's actually going to be late because I think that these defenses are going to start hot, but I think that over time, both defenses are going to be tired in the fourth quarter, and I think that's when you're going to get a lot of runs up the middle, a lot of runs off to the edge. You're going to get Drake May being able to take advantage of some of the Seahawks secondary. You're going to get the same thing on the other side with Sam Darnold. So I think it's going to be over, but I think it's going to be in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, over 19.5 for me because I'd like the bet of more points being scored in the second half than the first half. So I think we're going to see tons of points after halftime, third and fourth quarter. I think the fourth quarter has the most points scored. There's also a prop bet you can bet on that.
Yeah, I'll make that 3 for 3. Certainly the fourth quarter, and it's been historically is always what happens in the Super Bowl. Slow start, and then you start to ramp it up, and then you got one team down by 8 or 9, and then they start to pick up the pace. So I'm going to go over 19.5 as well. All right, last one. Let's flip the coin on that. Lowest scoring quarter by both teams, over 3.5 or under 3.5. Raphael, explain this one with the 3.5.
I mean, it just protected us with field goals. I mean, so we hate pushes when it comes to prop bets because everyone just comes back and gets their money back. So we add a half a point to avoid pushes.
So you're saying that no quarter will have over 4 points or to
Yes.
4 points. That's what we're saying. All right, Mikey, your take.
I'm going to go over. I just don't see one quarter being held to one field goal here. I think we're going to see plenty of points. Even with how good these defenses are, I think we see defensive touchdowns in the Super Bowl, so I'm going over.
I'm going to go under. I think that you see a sustained drive in the first quarter. Whoever gets the ball first, whether it's Seattle, whether it's New England, they're going to try to establish the run. And I think that you're going to see an elongated drive, and it might just end up in a field goal. And you just see a 3-0 just because the quarter runs out by a team with their second drive. So I'll go under 3.5.
Yeah, give me plus 650 for the first quarter to end 3-0. Give me the under at 3.5. I love this one. I think it's going to be a dull first quarter, maybe a bunch of running and punts. I can see both teams punting in the first quarter. So give me the under 3.5.
What is wrong with you guys? The fun police have showed up this morning at Coach. Who would root for under 3.5? What are we doing?
Not rooting.
With that said, I'm going to go under 3.5 minus 110 because I do think the first quarter could be very, very dull. They make them stand there for like 30 or 40 minutes in between the music and the start of the game. So with that being said, a little hashtag stay on your toes trivia question, because we know there's a prop for length of national anthem. For all of you out there that love those hard-hitting vocals and love those great musicians and singers, can anybody tell me who is singing the national anthem at this game on Sunday? Brandon.
Charlie Puth.
Charlie Puth. I think if you walked up to people walking the streets of wherever the game is, San Francisco, you could ask 1,000 people. None of them would know Charlie Puth. He did address it because people said, "You're no Whitney Houston" on social media. He said, "I know I'm not Whitney Houston." Maybe you could play Whitney Houston the video of her singing the national anthem. That might be better. But he said, "Hey, I got a special arrangement. We're going to be great." So, Charlie, we're here for it. Just let us know how long it's going to take, please, so we can bet on it, damn it. All right, more props tomorrow. NBA Showcase, having a great time. It's a vibe today. Coach and Company right here on Stadium. All right, last night the Golden State Warriors were absolutely pathetic, scoring 94 points in a 34-point loss to the Philadelphia 76ers. And with the trade deadline, Mikey, coming tomorrow, there's a lot of big names that are out there circulating, hovering, including Draymond Green. So when asked about potentially being traded, he said, and I quote, what a run it's been if it ends. Doesn't sound like a guy who really cares if he stays or if he goes. Your take.
Yeah, this is a contract thing, Draymond. Let me just make that very clear to you. I know you have 25 podcasts that you do. No team is trading for you for your value or the chemistry you bring into your locker room. You just get paid a lot. So we're matching salaries in a Draymond Green trade.
Easy on how many shows he does. There's other people that have a lot of shows. Easy. Brandon, your take.
Draymond Green's a clown. And he's been a clown for a long time. Any team that trades for him is trading him to shed salary because they're not bringing him back next year.
That's exactly right. Raphael, your take.
Yeah, just a dumb salary. I think he knows his career's is going bye-bye, so I think he sees the end is near.
You know, I compare Draymond Green to a lot of the creative minds at the WWE right now, that he's got blinders on, that he doesn't realize that for, 15 or 20 years, he has acted like a fool a lot of the time. And he's a very smart guy. And when he's nice, he can be very, very nice. Everybody's tired of the act. I think his own team is tired of this act. I think Steve Kerr is tired of this act, always having to defend him. Steph Curry saying, we're ride or die. He's my guy. Every year when you are right up there or over the line of technicals that require a suspension, we're all over it. So Draymond Green, wherever you go, tip of the cap. All right, gentlemen, tonight, busy night in the NBA. Several good games, which has been rare. And I know, Brandon, you punted on the NBA, so I don't even know if you want to be a part of this conversation, but I'll let you. Because tonight at the world's most famous arena, my New York Knicks, I work there. I always say, a little PTSD. The New York Knicks, who are on fire, and they laid out the Wizards last night. That's where we start. We're back live in 5 seconds. Oh, shout out to a really smart viewer in the chat, Johnsy-Y6J. Coach is a legend. Facts. All right, gentlemen, tonight, NBA Showcase time. A lot of games on tap. Whenever you have a really good team from the West coming into MSG, Madison Square Garden, the world's most famous arena, it's a big deal. You always have all the celebrities come out, especially when it's Denver, and they've got an all-star in Jamal Murray, and they have an all-timer in Nikola Jokic. And the Knicks have been absolutely on fire. They went into Washington last night, sailed to the over, but they also showed, Mikey, that they are legitimately, in my opinion, the best team right now in the Eastern Conference. How important is tonight to kind of show Denver and show the rest of the Western Conference, you come into our house, your take.
Very quickly, Coach, can I be petty real quick?
Oh,
if I can be, yeah, okay. So I'm all against the New York Knicks tonight. I hope the Nuggets win by 30. As someone who had the Knicks to win all 4 quarters last night, and they allowed 4 offensive rebounds on the final possession for Washington, I'm done. I hope Nikola Jokic has a quadruple-double. I hope the Nuggets blow them out by 20. Let's go, Denver.
All right, you can be petty, but you can't be stupid. Why would you bet on all 4 quarters when you knew it would probably be a blowout and the starters would come off the floor? Did you think about that?
To be fair, I did, but I'm always stupid, so there's no I can't be stupid. I'm just being me.
All right, at least you own it. Brandon, your take.
I like the Nuggets tonight. I know that the Knicks play well at home, but the Nuggets are a much better team on the road. And going into Madison Square Garden, I just think that the Nuggets are prime for that spot. I think this is a spot where Jokic shines at plus 225 too. That number looks really, really good for a Nuggets team tonight.
Yeah, it does. They're very tasty. Now, they did play last night in Detroit. Raphael?
Yeah, that's what scares me. They played last night. They have no bench the last couple of weeks. Their bench scoring has been MIA. I like the Knicks, but I hate that number. I'm going to see if the betting public takes Denver and I can get a better number with the Knicks.
So last night, I even questioned myself. I had the Nuggets and Pistons as an over. Best bet, we hit it. But at the last minute, as I was playing it, I had the Nuggets at plus 6.5. They were down 19 at halftime. I'm like, why didn't you just play the over? And then they had, one of those late comeback to the NBA, 3. They end up losing, I think, by 3, but they covered, which was a great cover, and the over came in. So I double dipped myself. Now, these two teams feel like they've been playing 8,000 times because all of their games have happened in the last 7 or 8 weeks. And I'm talking about the Spurs hosting the Oklahoma City Thunder. Brandon, the Thunder, I think, have gotten over that little lull. They weren't playing that well. They lost a few games, but now they've reconnected, refocused, and they come in tonight as a very, very slight favorite. Your take?
Coach, you know what I say all the time. When the Spurs are plus money, the Spurs are money, baby. I'm going to take the Spurs. I'm on the Spurs. Look, they've owned OKC all season long, and I don't think that changes tonight in San Antonio. Give me Wemby and company. Give me that plus 100. Even money against OKC all day long, baby. Let's do it.
All day long, baby. Let's do it. Brandon, do you agree? Brandon. Mikey, do you agree?
Yeah, I do. I love the Spurs here at plus 100. And it is a very interesting week because with moves being made, you're going to see lineups change. You're going to see a lot of players and teams kind of low benches. I don't see either of these two teams making a trade. So I love the Spurs in this spot at home.
And I know that if they do, our resident NBA trade deadline guy, you'll let us know. And then Raphael will have all of the odds. Raphael, final take, you.
Yeah, I like the Spurs. The OKC's been totally different with their bench being so light because of injuries. I like the Spurs at home. Give me the plus points.
Don't try to say trade deadline fast. I just realized those are two words that they should not put together. All right, gentlemen, we're coming off a 6-3 day yesterday. We have got to make Big Tommy C proud. We need another winning day because I want to give away some merch on Friday. So there's a lot of people that weren't here at the top of the hour. We get that. They have lives, jobs, the whole thing. But we have to get it right. Producer man, let's lock it in. Okay, here we go. 10 seconds or less. Just one or two nuggets is really all that I need. Raphael, my guy, start us on the college hardwood, please.
Yeah, we're going to go to the Big East. Give me Seton Hall, Villanova over 134. Total opened up at 129, and I still believe we have great value with this number. And then give me West Coast basketball because we're taking San Diego Toros. Team total over 63.5. They're playing St. Mary's in St. Mary's backyard. They're going to get crushed, but they're going to score some points. Give me the team total over 63.5.
West Coast. Let's stay with the basketball theme. Mikey P, you're up.
Give me Donovan Mitchell over 29.5 points tonight for the Cleveland Cavaliers as they take on the Los Angeles Clippers. I don't expect James Harden in this game, so I believe we'll see one more outburst from Mitchell before his new backcourt teammate joins him. And then college hoops, BYU minus 6.5 against Oklahoma State. BYU 3-0 in their last 3 against the spread against OK State.
You don't expect James Harden to be on that PJ? Be in uniform tonight? Be ready to go? I don't either. All right. Raphael's gone. Mikey P is gone. I want to go to the ice. Let's skate around. And in the process, Brandon, let's cash 2 tickets. Go.
We go to the ice so we can make some cool money. Blackhawks money line at the Blue Jackets tonight, plus 125. They notoriously play great hockey in Columbus. And let's go Teuvo Teravainen of the Blackhawks. 1+ points, a goal, or an assist at plus 130. He's done so in each of his last 5 games against Columbus.
All right, and finally, I got 3 tournament plays on the Waste Management Phoenix Open. I'll be on the call. A brand new betting cast this week on PGA Tour Live, over 400 hours this year. I've got 3 plays, Siwoo Kim over Cameron Young. If you want to put him as a parlay piece because he's minus 142, I don't mind that. He's played great so far in the first month of the season. Nick Taylor has won this event before. He's also gotten off to a really good start here in 2026 over Harry Hall and Sahith Theegala. I see Big Cheesy in the chat. He loves him for a top 20, I believe, at plus 475. I like him just to beat Jake Knapp this week at minus 118. All right, finally, Raphael, my guy, make me a little Smarter.
Oh, Brandon's not going to be happy with me because the Chicago Blackhawks last 99 road games, they have lost 76 of them. And the Columbus have won 10 out of their last 11 games.
Yeah, and they won 3-0 last night. I was going to ask you, but they blanked. I can't remember who they played. They blanked them last night, 3-0. It doesn't scare you?
Not one bit.
Not one bit. Very interesting. Mikey, the chat all over you about calling yourself dumb or stupid. And then they're also talking about me riding on a private jet. Which is more, what happens less?
I mean, the amount you travel, Coach, the private jets are flying all over the place. So 365 days.
I will say this. Years ago, I'll make this very, very quick. We only got a minute left. I was flying on the private jet with Vince and Triple H. He was in one of the bucket seats in the front. I was dozing off in the back, and I just see out of the corner of my eye, I'm like this, and he eats a banana. And he wanted to show Vince like he was like a little kid. Oh, be proud of me, be proud of me. So Triple H winds up, and it was like a 1 in a million shot. And he whips a banana peel as hard as he can to try to hit me in the face as I was sleeping in the back. And I do that. I swear to God, all my kids, boop, and I caught it. And all of us went absolutely bananas. But it's one of the great moments on a private jet that I've ever had is Triple H trying to embarrass me. And I flipped the tables, just like they did on Monday night with Braun Breaker. So that being said, what's that?
You enjoying the show?
Oh, you enjoying the show? Oh, my God. Gentlemen, well done today. Producer man, give me that one shot. We're down to it. There's only one thing left to do, and I believe you all know what a day. You got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight to the pay window. For my entire team, love them all. Brandon, Mikey P, Big Tommy C, Raphael, producer man behind the scenes. I am simply the coach, trying to keep this train on said track. We grind for you so we can win with you. It's what we're all about. This is Coaching Company live, as always, right here on Stadium. Good luck today.